Whoa! Yeah, YouTube actually works again. Well, hey, I'm live on both. Oh, look at that! It's a twosome.
Oh, threesome.
Well, threesome, I guess. This is the best looking threesome in the world. I'll tell you what. I was gonna call you earlier, but you are already talking to your friends. Yeah, well, fuck you.
Not till just now, Bubble.
Wow. Can you believe it? Shut down once again. I watched some of the Pizzagate doc while sitting up at the hospital, really sick and deep. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's undeniable, and it's. It's the craziest aspect is that you don't care. You know that most of you don't care enough to. You average people, you don't care enough to do something about it. There's a band out there called the Bilderberg Group. www.the-bilderberg bilderberg-group.com. They make songs about this stuff, and they give it away for free. And they is us, and we give our music away for free. But we're trying to bring attention to these issues because nobody else is, and music is a really powerful weapon. So why not? The funny thing is, why, you know, I am. I titled the YouTube video that I'm on here "Censored Like No One Else" because I've never seen anything like this. I've seen people be censored, and I've seen all kinds of shit, but not like this. It's crazy. You know, I start all my videos now exclaiming that I'm exercising my freedom of speech. You may not like what I have to say, but that's the good part, is you're allowed to not like what I have to say. Just like I'm allowed to not like what you have to say.
Shit, man, there's a ton of shit on TV I don't like to see. And you know what? I have a remote, and I could change a channel, and that's exercising my rights.
Right. But I'm allowed to be different. I'm not, you know, what I think is the craziest thing about this whole situation is that, you know, I'm trying to talk about a group of people that exist on this planet, an idea, a belief structure that exists on this planet, and is responsible for what seems to be a lot of atrocities on this planet. And like what happened today with Trump and Netanyahu was scary to me. As a human being, I was scared by the situation. I'm allowed to say that, right? Aren't I allowed to express fear over a certain situation that I've seen?
You should be, but like today, there was a post that said, "What is the largest terrorist organization in the world?" And my initial reaction, I had to delete so that I wouldn't get blocked and lose my marketing doTERRA page.
Wait, what was it?
What is the largest terrorist organization in the world?
Us.
That wasn't going to be my answer. My answer would have gotten me blocked.
For sure.
So I didn't answer the question, and I scrolled past it.
And if you look at that post, it's gonna have
They had like 58 comments.
yeah, 58 comments. 58 all about how bad the Muslims are,
About
and
a third of them were Muslim.
a third.
About a third of them were Muslim, but mostly it was government or United Nations were most of the answers. A couple people said, oh, what the hell?
Today, Junior.
I can't think of it. Well, yeah, no, and there was none of what I was thinking.
And that's you know, it's crazy that we've gotten to this point where two adults are like scared to say words.
Oh, white people. A couple people said white people.
Right. That's just nuts. We shouldn't be afraid to talk about.
Just because of the recent law.
They were just on TV bragging with Trump reading a speech that obviously, Netanyahu's people wrote, and it was just scary to me. You have Trump that's constantly pushing the America button, and we need to get out of all the foreign affairs that are out there. Foreign, foreign, foreign is bad. Foreign is bad. Foreign is bad. Yet he just pledged us to war. Like, this is okay. This is where I get like, this is what I was saying. Like, we're signed up to go to war now. You guys get that, right? World War III is on its way, and it's scary. And
With some fucking crazy people that have been fighting for hundreds of years that have nothing to lose anymore.
Well, I have
desperation. Oh, scary.
I'm I'm a human being. I know in certain cultures I'm no different than the dog and the cat and the rest of the beast, the goyim, but in my idea, like I don't understand why I would have to accept the notion that I'm less than a human being so you can feel your religious freedoms are being exercised. Like, it's this guy trying to talk shit says stop the drunk man, and then he has to come back and say drugs next because he's trying to be clever and talk shit, but he can't even get his 4-line shit talk right. How fucking stupid is that? And of course, he's got the American flag in his background, and come on now.
Oh, yeah,
This is terrifying, you guys. This is where it's getting, Orwellian to the nth degree, and long time no see. Well, I'm here every day. They just block me, Rain. I didn't know I was allowed to go live on YouTube. Last I heard, I was blocked from going live on YouTube because I had violated something or another because with not even doing it. But, obviously there's no arguing. There's no stating your opinion or your side of things. It's just the way they say it is, and that's that. Mark, what's going on? That's what it's all about, how you word everything, yet the chosen are not held accountable for their words. Well, I'd say go look at the video from earlier, but the entire page was taken down. Take a break from Facebook, and I get off my phone, so I've missed you. Well, I'm glad you're here. I might be doing YouTube more often. Who knows? I don't know. You guys should be familiar with my YouTube channel, I guess. If you're not, I don't know how to share it, so. Jesus, man. I can't believe this is happening again. I told you it was gonna. Didn't I tell you? Was it today? I told everybody that you need to be friends with, because they're about to block me. I kept saying. I know I said it yesterday. They're about to block me, so you got to make sure you're friends with the other pages, because they're gonna block me here in a minute. What happened? I don't know what happened.
Nothing significant.
I didn't do anything. I did not go out of my. The only thing I did today was title a live video Israeli Lies. And it happened to be and it was the one where I went live because they were on TV doing it. I mean, it's you grab a pack of blunts. I didn't even do anything. This is nuts. And
you're supposed to be here today.
Well, the funny thing is, it's not like I didn't even get a notification. They know I didn't do anything wrong. They're doing this. They're not even giving me the opportunity to request a review or anything like that, because
They don't want to argue with you anymore.
It's not that. It's that there's nothing that they have no leg to stand on. So they're just doing it. It's just well, fuck it. We don't have any legit anything, so you gotta grab the ashtray. Let's just wipe him out, kind of a thing.
With the stupid hair. That's what it is.
It's my her.
Those couches really have a problem with it.
God damn it. God
I just can't
damn
believe
it.
it. I really can't
It's
believe
fucking
it.
ridiculous.
You know, and the funny thing is I've been starting to post more because, whatever, I'm getting back on slowly. And
It's
so
been rough,
Paul seems
Rain.
like, okay,
Child.
well, his wife is starting to post more, so she needs her phone. So maybe if we block both of his accounts now, you know what I mean? It's like,
I don't know.
oh, Lawrence.
I don't know, man. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, but then again, am I really? Am I really? Did I not know what I was doing today? As apprehensive as I was about it, I just felt compelled watching it on TV, going, somebody's got to be talking about this. And I'm talking about it. I'm not encouraging anybody to do anything negative.
Doesn't matter. You're creating the divide that they don't want. They don't want that divide created. Divide against everybody else. Don't do that.
Fuck,
Why
man.
they just pass that law? I mean,
They,
it's
they
almost
literally,
like,
well, it wasn't a law, it was a
bill.
resolution.
Right.
A resolution.
Basically saying you can't say anything about this group.
You can't say anything about them.
The other groups,
And you can't say that anybody is showing anti-Muslim bias. That's the same thing. You're not allowed to defend Islam, basically. You're not allowed to defend Islam or Palestine or like Syria, the Golan Heights, all that shit that
What's it going to be called now?
right.
Israel?
It's just going to be part of Israel. Israel's just going to get bigger.
That's such bullshit.
Yep. Banji, what's going on? I feel sick to my stomach, man.
It's crazy. But, seriously.
But there's no
We pass a
conspiracy.
law in our country that we can't say shit about them.
About another country. And this is Trump.
And they don't make it all inclusive. You can't say shit about Chinese. You can't say shit about
Nope, it's just one group.
Australian, just one. That's an American law.
Was this sent directly to you? No.
This is scary. You know, Netanyahu just got indicted, and he's over here making deals with Trump.
We need to find a good country to go to. I'm terrified.
I'm terrified.
Between the vaccines and this bullshit. Like, this shit is just the beginning. Just the beginning. The more people,
My page is always first.
stand up and revolt, fuck.
You see this shit on my page first, so you're gonna start seeing this on more and more pages.
More people are gonna be complaining about it.
She's here. She insisted on waiting in my office. Spence would like you to stay here with Officer Royce.
I saw the conversation that our thread of messages on Messenger, but I couldn't reply to it.
What?
When I went to Messenger on that account, I was able to see our conversation.
Oh, you could at least see it still?
But I couldn't reply to it.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
But it had no profile picture. It just said Facebook user.
Highlighted a series of cash withdrawals your husband made over the past year.
What do I do?
Keep going. If you stop now, they're going to win.
They're gonna win regardless. They're gonna win no matter what I do. I can barely inspire people to download my free music. Who am I kidding here? I mean, I get the idea that if it's true that I'm dangerous and all that, then they're doing what they're doing. But it's just as likely that it's true that I'm just an asshole and they're right. They have all the right in the world to prevent me from saying the things I say because what they're doing is right and I'm crazy and there is no conspiracy. They're not really doing... I'm not as popular as I think I am. It's entirely possible.
That it's very important for somebody to police, to protect, groups, like Facebook, whatever. But they're going beyond that. They don't need to protect society from you. You're not trying to cause harm or spreading the notion for others to cause harm. You're not preaching hate.
Well, no, I reserve my right to hate.
You reserve your right to hate, but you are not preaching hate.
Well, I do hate
You are
pedophiles.
preaching- That's different. That's a universal hate.
But as far as that people go, it's not a people
No,
I hate.
you
It's an
don't even-
idea. It's a
right.
belief.
It's the belief. It's not even, yeah, it's just the belief. That's all.
All right, I don't care the people. You know, you're okay with me, whatever. As long as you put down your supremacy and your crazy ass beliefs, I don't care. I'm never gonna right.
That's all, you know.
I'm never gonna be like, oh well, you look like this, or you know, I don't care what you look like. It's crazy, man. Vaccines is being pushed again. Are you kidding?
Oh yeah, they're trying to do a federal mandate, even for homeschooled children, that you won't be able to register without being vaccinated.
Be able to register what?
Your child for school. So even if you homeschool, doesn't matter if they're not around other kids. You can't register them for homeschooling to get their diplomas and be legit.
What? How do we? What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You cannot do any sort of anything without being that's what they're trying to pass. That's what passed in Oregon. If you live in Oregon and you're homeschooling and thinking that it's the non-medical is not allowed. If they are seriously allergic, it'll kill them. They can get the medical waiver and still get away with it. But that's the only case. No non-medical waivers are allowed. Homeschooled, it doesn't matter. Private school.
So what do we
matter.
do there?
You have to leave the country. That's what I said to you.
I know, but like seriously, what do we do there?
You move. You can't do anything. The fuck? You could protest. You could do all that.
I know, but in the meantime, what do we do? Like, let's just say that happens, and they're like, all right, well, your kids got to go get vaccinated, or they can't come back to school.
Fucking throw me in jail for truancy. I don't know. You go to Canada for a little while.
How? We don't have a way to just go to Canada. We don't have money like that.
Ship the kids to Carol. I don't know.
This is ridiculous. Right, it's crazy. Like, okay. If your kids are vaccinated, why do you care that mine aren't?
Because yours are disease-carrying men.
And measles and chickenpox. I can't. I've been trying to find somebody for quite some time that has chickenpox that I can send my kid to go play with, because I want him to get it at young ages and have it for a week and a half. And
you know what that's gonna mean? They're all gonna get it when they're like in their 30s and get super
right and die.
Right. That's what they want.
And they
can turn around and say it does kill people. You need the vaccine. That's what they want.
Leaving the country seems like a good idea before we can't leave the country at all. No doubt about it.
But see, what they're going to do is
you won't
be able to leave the country without being vaccinated. Watch. They'll do that.
People will be sneaking out of Mexico, out through Mexico. That's why they're building the wall. This is crazy.
It's scary as fuck.
You need to get to Australia.
One of the main reasons I didn't want kids. One of the main reasons.
I mean, like, seriously, they passed that shit. My kids are just not going to school anymore? I mean, that's what's going to happen. I'm not about to stick them with fucking needles.
If we go to Greece, we could stay with family for free. We'd be taken care of.
Look around you.
I know, but we'd have to do what we have to do.
Courtney, how you doing? I'm so fucking upset right now.
You didn't realize? Oh. Everybody's been telling you to go back to YouTube anyways, and now that it's working, it's a sign.
I can't get anybody on YouTube. Nobody knows my YouTube page and all that shit. I mean, it
Okay,
just
well,
doesn't work.
Rhea, you know how Lindsay said that she wants to help? I know this doesn't have to do with doTERRA, but can you ask her how to figure out how to share his YouTube channel? Like what the IP address is or whatever
Yeah, it's just
that he
like
needs
this.
to do? Well, you should be able to copy the IP. 3-year-old that's a little whiz. Lindsay's awesome.
Hang on, I'm not on there anymore.
You'll love her. She's a ginger.
Oh shit, ginger time.
She's got the softest, prettiest hair.
Alright, so if you guys want to check out my YouTube channel, there it is.
Thanks for calling United Healthcare, Mrs. Murphy.
Go subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Set for notifications, I guess. I don't. You guys have no idea.
With United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans, including the only plans with the AARP name, there's so
You know, I still grew up in the American society where I was told you can be who you want to be. You can work hard. You can do this. You can achieve goals. You can, we're free. I have all that shit inside of me. And to try as hard as I do, to put as much into something and to not fail because it sucks, to not fail because of my own efforts, to fail because an unseen hand keeps fucking pulling the rug out from under me. I can't describe that shit to you guys. The fact that Greg Gnip, fucking Gnip of all people, 89X Gnip, was all about Guy Williams and then just disappeared. What the fuck, man?
It's some crazy shit. Like, you guys don't even know he says that shit, and people kind of take it lightly, but I was here for the conversation.
It was...
And, like, it went from all literally to nothing. Just total crickets. It was like, what do you mean you haven't heard it all from him? He was pursuing you. He just, well, he's not responding?
Why? Why isn't he responding? I don't
Did you
know.
piss him off? Did you get in a fight?
Did you do something?
Yeah, I mean, it was not a damn thing. It's crazy as shit.
This is like total harassment. Now you two need to step back and talk to our lawyer.
I thought you were excited after your last conversation. That's what I recalled.
My job is trying to make us have mandatory flu shots. Fuck that, dude.
That's your job?
That's Jason at the fucking Ford plant.
So do you, like, try really, really hard? Wink, wink?
So what? You think that we're killers? No.
I mean, do you kind of just teeter that line of doing enough to keep your job, but not really pushing that shit too hard?
I can't...
What do you do? I'd get a new job. Sorry, Jason.
He can't. He has 20 years almost at the Ford plant.
This is so messed up. We've got privacy
You know,
issues to consider.
he's got a retirement and shit he has to think
And
about.
you're also putting that shit in yourself, what, twice a year?
Oh my god.
I mean, that's enough reason to quit the fucking job right there, in my opinion, but
Oh my god.
I don't care how much they're paying you. They're paying you to poison yourself and to poison others. Grandmas, mothers,
I'm not sure if
uncles.
the we have is current or not.
Fuck.
This is fucking crazy, guys.
Thanks.
This is crazy.
They're scary times.
You see that exposed metal panel? It's welded.
I just...
No, it's maybe like a freight container.
This is a lot for one day.
And the thing is, you know
It's a
why
lot.
they did that shit in Oregon? Do you know the percentage of kids being homeschooled in Oregon?
Right. Homeschooled and unvaccinated
Yep.
and, you know...
Oregon's huge. They're going after California next.
Right.
Texas. It's fucking everywhere. And
And
they're also trying
The
to do
eagle
it at a
is a
federal
crook
level.
who should be looked at like a vulture.
Kimberly Desmond?
This is just nuts.
FBI, may we come inside and speak with you? Yeah, sure.
It's scary. That's why, I mean,
Curtis and Daryl were murdered.
That's another reason why we're
And as far as we know
so
now,
heavy
there's
into
no
the
link
oils.
between these men.
I mean, if you want, I know a lot of people that are talking about, I want to live off grid, I want to live off grid. Well, man, you need medicine. You need to be able to take care of your shit. You don't want to be living off grid and then get cut by a branch going through the woods foraging for fucking veggies and shit, and then end up getting a staph infection and dying because you didn't know how to take care of it. You know, or have to resign yourself to go into the fucking hospital for something like that and ended up with MRSA.
Jesus, man.
You know, so you got to be able to take care of yourself. And that's one huge way to do it.
I can't believe this is happening today. It's strange to know something is going to happen, and because you know you've been through this, you've seen the patterns, you see it all lining up, and to not be able to do anything about it is just crazy. There was forcing me to flu shot today at Ford, says Bobby. Fuck, man.
Be sick that day. I'm sick.
I just can't imagine. I can't imagine like going. Wow. I'd be so terrified. I don't want your flu shot. I don't. Oh my God. I don't want that stuff in my body.
And you know what the fucked up part is? Like for us.
Have you tried Periscope or Twitch? Also, no.
With us, we have a non-medical waiver already in place, right? We have to renew it every year.
No, we don't. We didn't have to this year.
On the form, yes, I did. I had to re-sign paper.
You had to re-sign the paper, but we didn't have to go back to
On the form, though, you have to state why, and it's either for religious beliefs or non-religious beliefs, or medical or non-medical. You know.
Religious.
So, I don't remember which box we picked. I think it was just non-religious. I don't know. But the thing is, you can't change your answer. You know, down the road. You can't claim one thing. They already have your shit in a database. They already know what you said.
It's fucked up, man. They're making the Ford employees get the fucking shots.
Right.
Well, you know, and
they've been making the hospitals do it.
Well, there's a big coalition of nurses that are rejecting it.
Yeah, and they can't get jobs.
They have always offered it here in a cafeteria, but now they're saying you won't have a choice. Fuck, man.
You'll have a choice if everybody protests.
Right, if everybody were to fucking stand up and say no, we would have a choice.
Do a walkout, man. But see, the thing is, you have to have a large enough percentage of employees for it to...
Right, you need to stop production. You need to be able to shut everything down.
And the way you do that is say they're taking our choice away. Not by saying they're putting poisons in us.
It doesn't matter.
But the bottom line is taking your choice
There
away.
are so many fucking people that work at Ford. They work at Ford. Two, they kill animals for fun. You know, these are people who have been told, you know, these are your patriots.
Yeah.
These are the people who believe that they're literally in danger.
Suckers.
And what Ange says is the truth. Like, you should be upset that your choice is being taken away.
That's the only way you're going to get enough people to band together to get a walkout, you know? Otherwise, you're fighting the vaccine argument, and that's not the argument to fight in that situation.
She's right. It's all about the choice being taken away. You guys... What about? I mean, the choice is made for us with the over there situation too.
Choice is made for you every day when you get in a fucking car and have to put a seatbelt on. I mean, we are slowly giving up our rights and our liberties, the same ones that we fought so hard to have.
It's amazing how much this country and things have changed in the 2 years that Trump has been in office.
Oh.
Holy shit, have they not used him to just pull the trigger?
Fucking A, man.
I could actually accept that. But that lifestyle.
They were so glad year 8 was up.
Is her father still in her life?
Fuck.
Fuck, man. He gave this country too much of their freedom back.
No, I don't think he did anything.
Well,
The ruse that was the thing, is that they do that. Like, look, 100 years ago, where were we? Right? We were at the position of sort of universal prosperity, and we are a few years away from them pulling the plug and beginning the recession. But what happened what we know about the crash of 29, but what most of you don't realize is there were quite a few crashes before that. They just weren't as bad as 29, so they're not remembered. But prior to that, like for that first 20 years of the century, they start fucking tanking things. Bush took us back 30 plus years first. What?
first, before, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean,
No, Bush was just the natural progression. You know, from
well
a
designed.
right. You know, they make a bad guy, and then they pull it back a little bit, and then they make a bad guy, and then they pull it back a little bit. So they go, you know, the whole like war system, whatever it is. Then you get Kennedy, and then they kill Kennedy. Johnson steps in, you know, and you get Johnson, and you get Ford, and then you get Carter, and Nixon's in there, fucking whatever. And then it really switches. You get Carter, the good guy that is trying his best and all this other things, and you know the
Upsets the political apple cart.
well, but then the terrorists happen to keep the hostages till the day after his presidency's over, and so you get that. Then you get the Reagan, the opposite, where it's like, you know, strict and asshole and Republican, and they had so much to do with that period that they actually did it for 12 years, because we had first Bush, but he couldn't. You know, we were like, no, we don't want this. And because we were so riled up and so against the situation and so ready to revolt, they needed to do something drastic, so they gave us Slick Willie Bill Clinton.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody just shut the fuck up and bought it.
Oh, he's so charming. Look at his smile, his pretty blue eyes. His southern accent. He must be a nice gentleman.
Mm-hmm. And then they brought back Bush, and they used Bush. They had Bush pretend he was stupid, so that they could get away with all kinds of craziness with Bush. And then after Bush, they desperately needed a somebody to prevent the revolt, some savior. So they brought in the Bam Bam. And now they're doing this, and you know.
I don't think that they expected him to be as good of a guy as he is.
Who?
President Obama.
He was exactly who he was supposed to be. There was nothing natural about who he was. The whole persona is just fake. All of it's fake. Anyway, I'm done. I'm just fucking done. So we'll see if I come back tomorrow morning or not. I doubt it. I'm not feeling it. I'm just pissed off and all that. So